Hey, welcome back. So this time we're reviewing VST distortion plugins. Distortion is super useful, even on things like drums. Let's get into it. So let's talk about the distortion VSTs we're going to go over today. So first we have the NA Black from Nimbrini. And then we have the Dirty Sound DS distro. And then we have the Bratwurst Fuzz. Okay, so in order to have a little continuity, I recorded a simple guitar part. And I'm going to use that same guitar part and plug in all of the three effects. So first up, we're going to look at the Nimbrini NA Black. All right, first things first, I got to go ahead and turn this on. And looks pretty good, but I'm going to put all of the levels at 12 o'clock, which is a normal thing you want to do when you're trying something out. So the reason being is if you were starting at 0, you wouldn't have any signal. All right, let's hear it. Okay, this is the drive signal. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it on here. That's why you get the light there. It's just like a regular pedal. Okay, that's really quiet. Wow, it looks like I got to turn it all the way up just to get the same volume as the dry. So I like the design and the fact that it's laid out very simply like a pedal. But the fact is, I got to turn that all the way up to get the same volume. And even though the drive sounds good, that's not going to cut it. You need to have more gain than that. And this filter thing here seems like it's just, tone, a tone knob. If you run into this kind of problem where you have to turn the level all the way up to match the gain that you have, you're always going to have problems because you're maxed out in volume. You got nowhere to go. So it's kind of a no vote for me on this one. Let's go ahead now and talk about the DC Dirty Sound Disso effects and see what that sounds like. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, let's try again. And turn it on. It's not bad. There's a lot of controls, and that's going to make it a little bit confusing. Okay, so there's a filter and a modulation section. So those are kind of additional effects. You don't really need those. They're not distortion. All right. Oh, there's a bunch of presets. I get it. Just choose the preset that sounds the best and then tweak it from there. So I'm going to pick a preset here. Looks like that's the way to go. Let's try that one. That's good kind of medium range. Okay, that's your EQ. And then that's your cutoff frequency. So let's pick a preset here and see if we can save this, make some changes. Let's see. Let's go with the fuzz. All right, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to tweak the amount of distortion. And then let's go ahead and take that and see if we can save it. So we can name it. It's going to be very deep, but that's okay. I could probably put it anywhere. Okay, let me make a folder real quick in here and then store it in there. So I'm going to make a folder inside of the folder where I first unpacked this stuff. It can be anywhere. That's just where I'm choosing. Go ahead and make one right there. New folder, call it presets. Okay, so next up we've got the Bratwurst Fuzz. I'm going to take a look at that. So first let me turn it on I want to take a look at this thing. Looks a lot like a guitar pedal. That's good. It's simple. Just remember, what you want in an effect is something that's really easy to use. So let's go ahead and hear this thing. That's the on-off button right there. Okay, this is the dry signal here. Okay, that's distortion. Let's turn the volume up. Perfect, I can make that as loud as I want. All right, let's try the tone knob here. Okay, so lows and highs, that's what it does. Makes it lower, cranks it away. Okay, tone. Last knob here is gain. Okay, that's how much distortion. So it looks like there's a clear-cut winner here, but let's review. The Nembrini NA Black was okay and simple enough to use, but just not enough gain, and that's always going to cause problems because when you're maxed out and you got nowhere else to go, you're going to run into issues. So that's out. The DS distro was cool and had presets you could save, but it was crazy complicated and had way more than it needed. So that leaves our winner, the Bratwurst Fuzz. It was the easiest to use out of the three and the most useful. So congratulations. So I want to reiterate that the ease of use on any kind of plugin is the most important thing. If you can't get audible results when you tweak a knob or flip a switch or something, you're never going to use the plugin, no matter how much it looks pretty. If you have any questions about audio, production, or modern recording, you can contact me at studioonaBudget@gmail.com. I also have a Linktree address at linktree.com/studioonaBudget. See you next time.